After 60, your body begins to speak in softer, subtler ways. What used to be loud symptoms in your younger years, like sharp pain or strong signals, can become whispers. And one of the most overlooked whispers of all comes from your stomach. Let me tell you a story about Margaret, a sweet 74-year-old grandmother from Ohio. She lived alone, stayed active, and cooked all her meals. For months, she felt a little bloated every night. Nothing painful, just some gas, some fullness. She assumed it was just aging. "Maybe I ate too fast," she'd say. Then came the heartburn, then the nausea. By the time she saw a doctor, she had advanced pancreatic cancer. The doctors told her if she'd come in even 6 months earlier, it could have been treated. Margaret's story is not rare. Many seniors dismiss mild stomach problems, gas, constipation, loss of appetite, even strange stool, as just old age. But some of these common signs can quietly signal something much more serious. Colon cancer, liver disease, even heart issues that present as stomach pain. That's why today's video is deeply important. We're going to talk about 6 stomach problems that you must never ignore after 60. These aren't just discomforts. They can be messages from your body that something more serious is happening beneath the surface. And don't worry, we're not here to scare you. We're here to help you understand, feel empowered, and know when it's time to act. Because your sleep is sacred, your life is a gift, and your gut is not just your digestion, it's your body's second brain. So let's begin this journey together. Listen closely. One of these signs might just save your life or the life of someone you love. Why digestive health changes. After 60 first, let's understand something essential. After 60, your digestive system isn't what it used to be, and that's completely normal. With age, your body produces less stomach acid, fewer digestive enzymes, and your gut muscles start to slow down. That means food moves more slowly through your intestines. This can lead to constipation, gas, or bloating, even if you haven't changed your diet. Your liver and pancreas also become less efficient with age, which means breaking down fats and sugars becomes harder. On top of that, medications like painkillers, blood pressure pills, and even supplements can have side effects that affect your gut. Hydration often decreases in older adults, and without enough water, stool can harden. Fiber intake also drops in seniors who eat less or avoid fruits and vegetables. Combine that with less movement and you have a recipe for digestive issues. Even your gut bacteria change with age. Your microbiome, those trillions of microbes living in your gut, become less diverse, which can lead to inflammation and digestive imbalance. But here's the key. Not every digestive issue is just aging. Some signs point to deeper problems, and that's what we're going to uncover today. So now let's dive into the 6 stomach symptoms you must never ignore, starting with one that many seniors quietly suffer from. Problem number 1, chronic constipation that doesn't improve. Let's start with chronic constipation. If you're having fewer than 3 bowel movements per week, or if your stools are hard, dry, and painful to pass, you're dealing with more than just an occasional problem. Many seniors normalize this issue. It's just age, they say. But chronic constipation can be the first sign of something much more serious, like a bowel obstruction, colon cancer, or even neurological conditions like Parkinson's. In women, chronic constipation can also point to pelvic floor dysfunction, when the muscles controlling your bowels weaken and stop coordinating properly. One dangerous cause that often gets missed is hypothyroidism, an underactive thyroid, which slows down every function in your body, including your digestion. Another red flag is when constipation doesn't respond to fiber, water, or movement. This can signal a blockage or tumor in the colon. Now let's talk about what you can do. Increase water intake, especially warm water, first thing in the morning. Add prunes, chia seeds, or psyllium husk to your diet. Use probiotics or fermented foods like yogurt and kefir to nourish healthy gut bacteria. Gentle daily walks or seated yoga stretches can encourage bowel movement naturally. Also, pay attention to danger signs. Blood in the stool, unexplained weight loss, abdominal pain, nausea, or vomiting with constipation. If you notice any of these, it's time to speak to your doctor. They may suggest a colonoscopy or imaging test to rule out serious conditions. Remember, relieving the bowels isn't just about comfort, it's about staying alive, reducing toxic buildup, and keeping your digestion smooth. Your body deserves that freedom. You've earned it. Problem number 2. Unexplained bloating and gas, especially at night. Now let's talk about a problem that many people laugh off, but shouldn't. Chronic bloating and gas. Occasional gas is normal. We all have gut bacteria that produce gas when we digest food. But if you're constantly bloated, especially in the evening, or if your belly looks visibly swollen after eating, this could be a warning sign. Unexplained bloating can point to small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO, ovarian cancer in women, pancreatic insufficiency, liver or gallbladder dysfunction. SIBO occurs when too many bacteria grow in the small intestine. These bacteria ferment your food before it's properly digested, causing painful gas, belching, and cramping. Pancreatic insufficiency means your pancreas isn't making enough enzymes to digest fats, leading to bloating, diarrhea, and floating stool. Even food intolerances like lactose or gluten sensitivity can cause this. But if the symptoms are new or worsening, especially after age 60, don't ignore them. To reduce bloating, try a low FODMAP diet, which avoids fermentable carbs that feed gas-producing bacteria. Drink peppermint or ginger tea after meals. Consider digestive enzymes or probiotics with meals. Avoid artificial sweeteners like sorbitol carbonated drinks, overeating in one sitting. Here's when you should see a doctor. Bloating, that comes with weight loss. Constant bloating not. Relieved by diet changes, bloating with pain, vomiting, or fever. Your belly deserves calm, not pressure. Especially at night, because a bloated stomach can press on your diaphragm and interfere with deep, peaceful sleep. Take this as a loving reminder. Your stomach is not just a digestion machine, it's the home of your second brain. Keep it peaceful, and the rest of you will follow. Problem number 3. Frequent acid reflux or burning in the chest or throat. Have you ever gone to bed and suddenly felt a burning sensation rising in your throat? Or woken up coughing in the middle of the night? Frequent acid reflux, also called GERD, is more than uncomfortable. If ignored, it can lead to esophageal ulcers, Barrett's esophagus, esophageal cancer. After 60, the valve between your esophagus and stomach, the lower esophageal sphincter, weakens. This allows stomach acid to rise up, especially when you lie down after eating. Acid reflux at night is particularly dangerous. It can cause silent aspiration, where acid enters your lungs while you sleep, leading to chronic cough or even pneumonia. Long-term use of antacids and acid blockers might help symptoms, but they also deplete calcium, magnesium, and B12, leading to fractures, muscle cramps, and fatigue. What can you do? Eat your last meal at least 3 hours before bed. Elevate the head of your bed by 6-8 inches. Avoid trigger foods, citrus, tomatoes, coffee, alcohol, spicy food, and chocolate. Drink aloe vera juice or chamomile tea to soothe inflammation. Also, maintain a healthy weight. Don't wear tight belts or clothing after eating. Chew your food slowly. Seek medical help. If reflux happens more than twice a week, you feel a lump in your throat, you have trouble swallowing, you're losing weight unintentionally, your throat is sacred, it carries your voice, your breath, your life. Don't let acid slowly burn away its peace. Problem number 4. Sudden loss of appetite or early fullness. Let's now talk about a stomach signal that often goes unnoticed. Loss of appetite or feeling full after just a few bites. If you're eating less and less, not because you're trying to lose weight, but simply because you don't feel hungry or you feel full too soon, this could be an important signal. It could be caused by gastric ulcers, gastroparesis, slow stomach emptying, common in diabetics, pancreatic or stomach cancer, liver disease, depression, which is often underdiagnosed in seniors. When your stomach empties slowly, food just sits there. This causes early fullness, nausea, bloating, and even vomiting. And if it's not being addressed, it can lead to malnutrition, muscle wasting, and extreme fatigue. Another serious cause of early satiety is a mass or tumor pressing on the stomach, which reduces space and prevents normal digestion. Now, there are also benign reasons such as certain medications like opioids or blood pressure pills, anxiety or emotional distress, low stomach acid. But again, don't guess. Get it checked, especially if it's a new symptom or gets worse over time. What can help? Eating small, frequent meals, 5 to 6 times a day, avoiding heavy fats or fried foods, trying pureed soups, broths, smoothies, and gentle foods that are easier to digest, including zinc and B-complex vitamins, which help stimulate appetite. Also, watch for sudden weight loss, nausea without vomiting, feeling unwell. Even after very small meals, if you experience these signs, please talk to your doctor. Don't let appetite loss silently steal your strength. You deserve to enjoy your meals, feel nourished, and regain your energy. Eating is not just fuel, it's joy, comfort, and a sacred part of daily life. Problem number 5, blood in stool or black, tarry stools. Now this is one of the most important sections of this video, and I urge you to listen closely. If you ever notice bright red blood in your stool, or your stool looks black, sticky, and tar-like, you must seek medical help immediately. These are signs of gastrointestinal bleeding, which can be caused by hemorrhoids or anal fissures, common but less serious, colon polyps or cancer, diverticulosis, ulcers in the stomach or small intestine, bleeding caused by NSAIDs or blood thinners, black. Tarry stool usually means the bleeding is higher up, like in the stomach or small intestine, and the blood has been digested. Bright red blood may indicate bleeding closer to the rectum. Now here's the part most people don't realize. Many cancers of the digestive tract don't hurt at first. They don't always cause nausea, bloating, or pain. The first and only sign might be hidden blood in the stool. That's why doctors recommend annual stool tests after age 50, even if you feel fine. Other warning signs: fatigue and weakness from internal blood loss, pale skin, low iron levels or anemia, shortness of breath. What should you do? Get a fecal occult blood test, FOBT, or FIT test done yearly. If blood is visible in the stool, don't assume it's just hemorrhoids, especially if you're over 60. Request a colonoscopy, especially if you have a family history of colon cancer. And remember this: early detection saves lives. Colon cancer, when caught early, has a 90% survival rate, but once it spreads, it becomes far more dangerous. You may feel embarrassed talking about your stool, but your life matters more than modesty. Your health is a temple. Respect every sign your body gives. Problem number 6, persistent nausea or vomiting. Without clear cause, finally, let's talk about persistent nausea, that unsettling, queasy feeling that just doesn't go away. If you're over 60 and feel nauseous for several days, or frequently vomit without having food poisoning or the flu, this can signal something more serious. Possible causes include gallstones or gallbladder inflammation, kidney failure, heart attacks, especially in older women. Yes, nausea is a common sign. Brain tumors or increased intracranial pressure, inner ear disorders, cancer, especially in the upper GI tract. One overlooked cause is medication side effects. Many blood pressure drugs, pain medications, antibiotics, and even supplements like iron can upset your stomach. Nausea that comes early in the morning might relate to reflux or even pregnancy-like hormonal imbalances. Yes, even in older women due to adrenal shifts. Nausea with vomiting that's projectile or occurs with severe headache, confusion, or dizziness could point to neurological emergencies. To soothe mild nausea, sip on ginger tea, chew fennel seeds, or try mint oil capsules. Avoid greasy foods or heavy meals. Eat small, bland snacks like crackers, rice, or bananas. Try deep breathing, acupressure on the wrist, or light walking. But here's the key. If nausea lasts more than 2 to 3 days, or is accompanied by other symptoms, seek help. Listen to your body's whisper before it becomes a scream. Your comfort, your clarity, and your calm are worth protecting. You deserve a life free from constant unease. Quick recap. The 6 symptoms, never to ignore. Let's quickly revisit the 6 stomach problems you must never ignore after 60. Chronic. Constipation that doesn't respond to diet or exercise. Unexplained bloating and gas, especially if painful or persistent. Frequent acid reflux or burning, particularly at night. Sudden loss of appetite or early fullness after small meals. Blood in stool or black tarry stool that suggests hidden bleeding. Persistent nausea or vomiting. Without clear cause, these symptoms may feel minor at first. But for seniors, they can be the first signs of conditions like colon cancer, liver disease, digestive disorders, or even heart problems. Don't ignore them, don't minimize them, and please, don't wait too long. Your gut is sacred. Listen. To it with love. Your gut is more than your stomach. It's a source of wisdom, a quiet alarm system, a second brain that reflects your emotions, your energy, and your overall health. After 60, your body is still speaking, but in a gentler voice. Are you listening? We made this video not to scare you, but to empower you. Because awareness leads to early action, and early action saves lives. If even one of these symptoms feels familiar, don't feel fear, feel clarity. You now know what to look for. You now know what questions to ask your doctor. You now know that your gut is not just aging. It may be asking for help. You've cared for others your whole life. You've sacrificed, worked hard, loved deeply. Now is the time to care for yourself with the same tenderness. Your life is still full of potential. Your days are still sacred. So be proactive, get screened, eat gently, move regularly. And above all, never ignore what your stomach is trying to say.